Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. And you have to select math subject tab, scroll down to grade 6, and then click on your lessons. So there you can find it, which are available in varieties, right? Sorry for the it was when I was so I missed it. And let's start with the first lesson, that is inequalities. Basically, inequality don't have equal sign. They are less than or greater than equal to. So they were given how do we spell it. So to can you hear me now? Okay, let's just start with the first lesson, that is solutions to inequalities. So let's just start with the first example, that is G equal 11 a solution to the inequality below? So the inequality is 8 is greater than equal to G, right? So you are given the value of G is 11. Let's just replace G with the value, right? So here you can see, just replace the G with the value of G is equal to 11. So you have to see if 8 is greater than equal to 11. So which is the correct option? 8 is not greater than equal to 11, right? That means G equals 11 is not a solution, right? Can you hear me now? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. I think you can hear me now properly. Okay, the next one is D equals 8 a solution to the inequality below? So you are given the value of the variable, right? And the inequality you are given is T is less than 10, right? So replace the T with the value. T has the value 8. So that is 8 is less than 10. 8 is less than 10? Yes or no? Yes, it is, right? 8 is less than 10. That means 8t equals 8 is the solution of the inequality. Got it? The option is yes, t equals 8 is the solution of the inequality below. The correct option is yes. Got it? Okay, the next one is m equals 1 the solution equality below? So you are given m equals 1. So just replace the m with the variable with the value, right? So 4 is less than equal to 1. 4 is less than 1 or greater than 1? The correct option is no, right? Because 4 is not less than equal to 1. 4 is greater than 1. So the correct option is no. That means m equals 1 is not the solution of the inequality. Got it? Okay, the next one is f equals inequality below. So just replace the f with a value that is 6 is less than 11. Is it true or false? Yes, the correct option is yes, because that inequality is true. 6 is less than 11. So the correct option is yes, that f equals 11 is the solution to the inequality. Got it? Okay, the next one is if y equals 7 a solution to the inequality, yes or no? Which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, right? Because 7 is less than 10. Why no? 7 is less than 10. That is true. So the correct option is yes, 7 y equals 7 is the solution of the inequality. Isn't it? The correct option is yes, it is. Is h equal to a solution of the inequality below? Yes or no? 7 is 7 is less than true. No, the correct option is no. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? The next lesson is solve one step inequalities. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is solve one step inequalities. Example, inequality is greater than 1 plus, right? You have to avoid the inequality, simply solve the v is already isolated. Isolated means v is already on the other side, right? You simply have to evaluate this side. Here you have 1 plus 7. So 1 plus 7 is 8. So the solution is v is greater than 8. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, solve for k. K is greater than 2 times 2. So which is the correct option? you have to do, you have to evaluate 2 times 2, right? So 2 times 2 is, that would be k is greater than equal to 2 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So the correct option is k is greater than equal to 4. That is option number 3. Very good. The correct option is k is greater than equal to 4, right? Option 3 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is solve for D, which is the correct option. The correct option is D is less than 10, right? 9 plus 1 equals 10. So that is D is less than 10. Option number 2 is the option. Okay, solve for T. T is greater than equal to 2 plus 8, which is the correct option. The correct option is T is greater than equal to 10. Option number uh, 2 is the correct option, right? T is greater than equal to 10. Okay, the next one is solve for G. G is less than 1 plus 8. So which is the correct option? The correct option is G is less than 9. Very good. Option number 3 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is solve for V, which is the correct option. The correct option is V is greater than 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, the next. greater than 5 divided by 5? That is G is greater than 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. We just move on to next lesson. Next one is graph inequalities on number lines. So let's just see, we have a tutorial only, so let's just have a look on the tutorial. X is less than 8. You have to graph, right? So to draw a ray, plot an endpoint and select OK. That is x is less than 8. That means all the values that are less than 8 are included in the inequality. But 8 cannot be the solution of this inequality because x is less than 8. So all the values that are less than 8 are the solution of the inequality, right? Any value that can be. You can see here the inequality x less than 8 means x can be any number less than 8, right? Since x cannot be equal to 8, there should be an open circle located on 8. Also, since x can be less than 8, there should also be an arrow pointing to the left. So here is 8, right? 8 is not the solution of this inequality, but any number that can be less than 8. So on the 8, you must have an open circle. That open circle means 8 is not the solution of this inequality, right? And because all the numbers are less than 8, so the arrow points to the left side of the. That's how you plot the inequalities. This 8 is less than 8 and it is less than equal to 8. X is less than 8. They are two different things. For this inequality, 8 is a solution, but for this inequality, 8 is not a solution, but any number that is less than 8. So these are the important things you need to understand. 8 is not include open circle at 8, but if 8 is included, you must have a filled circle like this. Got it? This is the major difference you have. Let's just have a look on the other one. Okay, just look at now less than 5 can be the solution of the inequality and 5 also. So there must be a closed circle on the 5. That means 5 is also the solution of the filled circle, right? There must be a filled in circle on 5. That can means 5 can be the solution of the inequality. Got it? So if because 5 can be solution, so this filled in circle looks like this. Got it? So these are the two important things related to the graph. Okay, the next one is x is less than equal to 0, right? That means 0 and any number that can be less than 0 is the solution of the inequality, right? So there must be a filled in circle on the 0 because 0 can be solution also, right? Okay, let's just start with the, for this lesson you just have a tutorial. So you can find the lesson on your book, do as many practice questions as you can, right? So let's just start with the, you don't understand what? You have to understand just two things here, right? And Evangeline, how, for what? Can you please complete your question? Inequality, usually the equations look like this: x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1 plus 5, right? These are the equalities. Inequalities are the one that don't have the equal sign, that have less than, that have less than, equal to, greater than equal to sign, right? So inequality, they are known as inequalities, right? If you have an equal sign, that would be equality. If you have less than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, they are the inequalities, right? So here we have learning how to plot these inequalities on the number line, right? So the inequality here given is x is less than equal to 0, right? That means any number, that means x can be any number that is less than 0 or 0. The solution of the inequalities are maybe 0 or the numbers that are less than 0, right? This x is not a basically they are the inequalities, right? They are much similar to algebra, but there is a bit difference when working on the inequalities, right? Okay, let's just start with the next lesson. They are very easy, you just don't have to be confused. The next lesson is when write inequalities from number lines, right? Okay, now you are given the number line. You have to understand the number line and write the inequality, right? In the previous lesson, we learned how to graph inequalities, right? And now here we are given with a graph. We have to write down the inequality, right? Okay, just look at this number line. You have an open circle at 4, right? When we working on the previous lesson, I've explained when we have an open circle, that means this number is not the solution of the inequality. Also, the arrow is pointing on the left hand side of the 4. That means all the numbers that are less than 4 can be the solution of the inequality, but not 4, because you have an open circle at the 4. So that means the solution of the inequality is x is less than 4, right? 4 is not the solution because you have an open circle at 4. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, with what inequality does the number line show? Right? Two things you need to see here: the filled circle, right? And the on which side the arrow is pointing. Now the arrow is pointing the numbers that are greater than 5, right? Also the filled in circle. The filled in circle means 5 is the solution of the inequality. 5 can be the solution, right? 5 and all the numbers that are greater than 5 can be the solution of the inequality, right? So the solution is x is greater than, because that is a filled in circle, so x is greater than equal to 5. Got it? The correct option is x is greater than equal to 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 2, that is x is greater than equal to 5. Okay, the next one is, what inequality does the number line show? So again, you need to see the two things, the filled in circle here, and the arrow is pointing on the left of 3, right? That means 3 and the numbers that are less than 3 can be the solution of the inequality, right? So it would be x is less than equal to 3. The correct option is option number 1, that is x is less than equal to 3. You just have to see two things here. One is this circle and the side where the arrow is pointing, right? Here is a filled in circle. That means 3 can be the solution of the inequality, and the arrow is pointing on the left hand side, so that means x is less than equal to 3. It's okay, we can cover this lesson in the next session again if you still didn't get it right. Let me just go to through 2 3 questions. Let me try to explain again. If you still have problem, we'll cover this lesson in the next session again, right? That would be x is less than equal to, the solution of this inequality is less than equal to 3. Okay, let me try to explain over here. For example, let me just explain how to graph. Okay, let's just understand how to graph inequality. For example, you are given a in unequal equality, that is x is greater than equal to 7 plus 1, right? You have to solve. You simply need to simplify this. X is greater than equal to 8, right? Now you have to graph this inequality on the number line. How do we graph? You have x is greater than 8, right? 5, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, just understand x is greater than equal to 8. That means all the numbers that are greater than 8 and 8 can be the solution of the inequality. For example, if you're going to check for x equal 10, if x equal 10 is the solution, just replace the x with the value. 10 is greater than equal to 8. Yes, it is. That means 10 can be the solution of the inequality, right? Now you have to graph. So x is greater than 8, like mean that means you have to start from here, because you have an equal sign, so that means there must be a filled in circle, because 8 is also the solution of the inequality and greater, so the arrow must point on the right hand side, because x can be greater than equal to 8. That's how you graph inequality. If you have a question, you can ask so that I can know why you are confused. Any questions? Let me just explain another example, right? Then we'll cover these lessons in the next session. Okay. For example, you have x is less than 4. You have to graph this inequality. How do we graph? We have to look for two things. X is less than less than 4, right? This is just less than 4. Hold on. X is less than 4, right? That means all the values that are less than 4 are the solution of the inequality. You have to graph. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means you have to start from 4, go on the left hand side of the 4 because the values are less than 4, and you must have an open circle at the 4 because 4 is not the solution. If you have, for example, x equal 4, you can see 4 is less than 4. No, 4 is not less than 4, right? That means 4 cannot be the solution of the inequality. Got it? So that is x is less than 4. It's okay, we'll cover this lesson again in the next session because it's almost over. One more thing, if you want to, because we'll have the session on Tuesday next week, right? So if you still like meantime, if you need help, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They will explain you in detail. Otherwise, we'll cover this lesson in the detail in the next session. Is it okay? Yes, you can just search the YouTube channel. We have already covered these lessons 2, 3 times earlier. Try to learn from the lessons, but it's okay if you didn't get from the lesson. We'll cover this lesson next week. Okay, see you in the next session. You don't have to worry, we'll cover this lesson in the next session, right? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.